The Jordy Files. Jordy. Jordyn Taylor in the house.
Hello. Marvelous introduction. Thanks.
Jordy, tell us what we got going on here.
Well, Braddy, I kept it kind of short and sweet today.
Nice.
Some birthdays. So today, July 21st, we are celebrating Kim Fowley, your musical spirit animal twin, Cat Stevens.
Cat Stevens?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
Did it say how old he's turning today?
I think he was born in 1946, so you do the math.
Old.
Old.
Over the hill for sure.
Oh, that's not cool.
Oh.
I think it was 1946. Don't quote me. That's
Listen,
the year.
Joe, I'm certain that Cat Stevens got a couple years on you. At least.
Yeah.
At the very least a couple.
Oh, yeah. But I still dig him.
Yeah, he is a good oldie but goodie.
I'm so glad that he, because obviously he went into retirement in the 70s, It's amazing that his music has stood the test of time without him being involved in it,
He sort of started like his own little genre in a way.
Yeah, well, I mean, you want to talk about Chris Springer having crazy rhythm with it. We were talking off air for those of you just tuning in. Or we're tuning back into you. Chris Springer, our good friend, has a very unique rhythm when he plays, and Cat Stevens did too. And I play a lot of his covers, but I don't think I ever get the rhythms
like him,
right.
Dr. Hook, and
all
those sort of guys. That's that whole genre there,
Oh man, Cat Stevens. Well, happy birthday, Cat Stevens.
Correction.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. He was born in 1948, so he's 73.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Google.
Yes.
Only 13 years old.
Yes. Oh, way to time yourself out, man.
Jagger had a kid at 73, so
Yeah.
See?
True.
All things are possible.
Also, birthdays today, Howie Epstein and Joe Roy Jackson on Friday.
Oh! Yay! Joe Roy Jackson!
The big 6-0.
Early birthday.
6-0, man.
Look at how good I look.
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
Still killing it.
I feel like I might actually look a little older than you.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite there yet.
I would agree.
So real quick about his birthday. A quick story, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
I think you were turning... Well, it was one of your birthday parties we had at the house. It was the big pig roast we had at the house. There was probably about 500 people at our house in Outlaws. And there was two stages, two bands playing at all times. And at the end of the night, around midnight, I'm a young kid at this point in time, just roaming around. This limousine pulls up. I'm like,
oh dear.
Run back, Dad, there's this limousine pulling out front. He goes, oh yeah, who is it? I don't know. This band gets out of the car, right? They're dressed in the early 2000s. You know how all those guys dress. And they're rolling. My dad rolls up. Who the hell are you? Dad goes, Jim Anderson, your old manager, sent us over here. We wanted to party, so we came here. Right? I goes, well, who are you? You go, we're Creed.
No.
Creed shows up.
Oh.
Yeah,
and they ended up doing a huge jam session. They ended up playing,
From what I've heard, those guys like to party.
Oh, yeah.
And they know how to party.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
then one guy
I even forgot about that kind of stuff.
Oh,
and one
see,
guy,
that's what we do here. We bring memories back, and then we take them away.
and then one guy took the pig's head from the pig roast and put it on the hood of the limousine as the
my
emblem.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
That put it all together.
That'll bring it back.
That's awesome.
Like in Dukes of Hazzard, they have the horns. They got a pig head now.
That's an awesome birthday.
You know who else liked to party? Ernest Hemingway, and it is also his birthday today.
Yes.
Paul Robertson decided to let me know that. So happy birthday to my mentor in the drinking ways,
Mr. Hemingway.
Mr. Hemingway.
Oh yeah.
We call him Mr. Hemingway where I come from.
Dad knows Paul from Saturday.
I know.
It is drinking ways.
Paul texted me earlier today, and he was like, "Hey man," he's like,
Get
ready. That's exactly what he said. It's exactly what he said. And I was like, he's like, yeah, dude. He's like, I did 2 Jaeger shots with him at Square Grouper. And I was like, okay, so I should probably like have a little energy drink and like get my life together. And he's like,
we used to have
yep.
a Jaeger keg at our house, and we used to get sent like 8 gallons a month of Jaeger.
You told me this story last time we were on the show together. You told me the story about
8
Jaeger.
gallons of Jaeger a month.
Yeah. So tell me about that.
Sorry, Jordy.
That's okay. I said it was a short Jordy Files today. It was only a couple more. Not important.
The owner of Grey Goose, Lee, which is really cool. Me and him kind of hit it off because I love Grey Goose, and he owned Grey Goose. So
that is a match made in heaven. I'd say, yeah.
And I met him through Bill Matt, and we just like hit it off and became like really cool friends. And he says, what do you want for a Christmas present? I said, I don't. You ain't got to give me nothing. He said, yeah, man, what do you want? I said, well, you know what I drank, so, just send me something, Well, he did. He sent me a kegulator for Jaeger with
a subscription to 8 gallons a month.
Oh, my God.
Needless to say, it didn't last too long on our house.
I can't imagine that I would. Like, somebody's got to get pissed at some point.
Yeah, and that was my ex-wife.
If I'm right, I'm right. What can I say?
She says they all this stuff's either got to go or you got to go. And I think I started moving towards the door and with the kegulator and the bottles of Grey Goose, because he sent me bottles of Grey Goose that were like this high.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You think 1.75s are bad? You ought to see 9.75s.
Dude, I used to get blackout drunk on Jaeger. On the cruise ships, I spent a lot of time there, so most of my stories are incoherent. I don't remember them because of Jägermeister. So they used to, at one point, I guess they ran out of the bottles, so they had these little ones. We called them baby Jaegers, right? And I would just go into the bar because all the entertainers, we would all get off around the same time. The bars closed down and we would all just show up at the crew bar at the same time.
Yeah.
And I just go up to the bar and be like, hit me with a pack of Jaegers. And it's like a 10-pack of baby Jaegers, man. And and then you're just a superstar because you're just passing around. Hey, somebody do these with me. Dude, there are so many nights I just remember waking up in my cabin and it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. And I'm like, what happened to me?
Naked, piss the bed.
Yeah.
Can I give you a Jägermeister story?
Please.
Listen, my neighbor across the street, he was a pilot and in the service, and he used to fly to Greenland, and he says, Joe, I'm gonna bring back some Jaeger. So I said, right on, man. He goes, how many you want? I said, just get me a couple of them. But that's back when they had like codeine in them, and so I said, all right, man. So about 11:30 on a Friday, he calls me up and goes, yo, man, your Jaeger's here. I said, all right, I'll come over and get them. I said, well, you give them to me. I said, well, I can't leave until we have a shot.
Yeah, we got to have some drinks,
So we had a shot. Next thing you know, the bottle was gone. Now we popped the cap on the second one, and now we're pretty tore up. And all of a sudden I looked to my left of me, and he's crawling up the stairs to his bedroom, right? And I said, Craig, where you going, man? He goes, dude, I got to go to bed, man. I said, all right. So I walk across the street, which, is literally across the street, maybe a little diagonal. And I walked into this pine tree that used to be in front of my house. And this thing beat me up pretty bad, right? So I lay down on the couch. I'm sleeping. I wake up. I look at my body, and I'm all scratched up from this tree, right? So I got mad, went out in my garage, grabbed my chainsaw, started cutting it down, right? The tree come down, took out the power lines, took out everything. Now everybody's there, right? I'm cutting the tree up, trying to get off the power lines. But it was a big pine tree, but it didn't whoop me that bad.
You ultimately won.
Yes,
I showed that pine tree who
I was going to say.
It's not there.
We didn't have power for a little while, but Dad got the best of the tree.
But the pine tree went down.
You walked into that tree, and then you took out The power for the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, basically.
Joe Roy scorned.
It only cost me a little money.
just a little money.
And
You
needless
make more,
to say,
right?
too, like, we used to have a basketball hoop attached to the telephone pole because the telephone pole was like, city kids, right?
Right.
So you have the basketball hoop mounted to the telephone pole, right? Of course, that gets taken out, so I can't play basketball out there with the kids anymore. So you had to buy me a new basketball hoop, but we didn't have power for like a whole day because
Wow.
dad was hungover and wanted to cut down a tree.
No, I'm mad.
That's
Jaeger
awesome.
did. Blame the Jaeger.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Jaeger.
song.
Yeah.
What else you got there, Jordy?
Oh, you don't want to hear about my Jaeger stories.
Yes,
God.
I
Yes,
do.
yes, we do.
Oh, I only have like 3, and they all end in throwing up.
College.
I'm
pure
pretty
Jaeger,
sure.
and they were in college. Yes.
Pretty sure most of them end in throwing up.
That's true. But
Jaeger bombs?
you have
Jaeger
not
bombs?
thrown up till you've thrown up Jaeger because it's like, that's scary. Jaeger throw up is scary.
You're
Especially
already
in-
choked. You're already gagging over there.
Yeah,
Sounds.
well, it is. I'm
It's like
still not
thinking of a warm
recovered
shot of Captain,
from
you know?
college. Yeah, and then throwing it up in like white snowbanks.
Ooh.
It's traumatic.
Gnarly.
Anyway, on this day, yeah, good stuff.
Snowball fight.
Yeah, I know. I felt bad for the kids who used that snow. On this day in music history, in 1973, Jim Croce started a 2-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with Bad Bad Leroy Brown. Classic.
It's a classic.
And then on this day in 2004, composer Jerry Goldsmith passed away after a long battle with cancer at the age of 75. He created the music and tons of classic, the music for tons of classic movies and television shows like Star Trek, Planet of the Apes, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and Dr. Kildare.
Nice.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. I grew up on that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wasn't there was a remake pretty recently
Yes.
with Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
Everybody knows him
I have
as
no
Superman.
idea what any of that stuff is.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was either.
That was my oldest sister, Mary Lou. She was in love with the lead star there, and I remember having to watch it. And I didn't really like it when it first came out, to be honest. But then the more I watched it, I said, "Wow, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool." And then she became a famous author. She wrote a lot of books.
This is your sister?
Yeah, my oldest sister.
Nice.
She wrote some very great books, but I remember having to sit there and watch it with her, and I was like, in the beginning, I didn't really like it at all, because I was a little kid, and I was, yeah, okay, yeah.
One of those things that kind of grow on you as you get older.
and then-
Were you
and
too
then it
lazy
grew
to
on.
stand up and walk over to the TV and turn the knob?
Change it.
You're like,
No.
I guess I'll give it a chance.
No, there was no remotes back then, and the TVs were black and white, and you had to, dial it in because it would get fuzzy. So they had a knob on there.
Are you sure you're 60?
Huh?
How old are you? 60 or
No,
90?
No, I'm 29.
60 or 600.
I'm 29 years old.
So it's a show worth watching.
Yes, I love
Okay,
the Man
okay.
from U.N.C.L.E.
There's so many more. That's probably better.
Yeah.
They
Just
made a
throwing that out
remake
there.
of it.
Throwing that out there.
Okay. Yeah, we were trying to figure out how to pronounce it because it's like The Man from U.N.C.L.E., but it's U.C. So I was like,
Gotcha.
do you say U.N.C.L.E. or is it Uncle? We had to do some research.
Deliverance, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just some secret knowledge on behind the scenes Jordy Files research. And then in 2007, I did not know this, but Sharon Osbourne's music Mongol father, Don Arden. Did y'all know she had a music Mongol father?
Mogul?
Mogul.
Mogul.
And yes.
Sorry, why do I keep saying
Mongol,
Mongol?
those are like the
The
ancient
Mongols.
warrior.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
I
was
was an
like
ancient
Genghis
world history
Khan.
teacher before I became a full-time musician. so-
Genghis Khan?
Yeah,
Well,
Genghis
Am I in
Khan.
there? I'm in there, yeah.
Well, I think you could be a Mongol
See, I know a thing or
too.
two
You
about
know.
a thing or two.
Most Chinese people can actually find their bloodline tied to Genghis Khan.
Oh,
I love, yeah, he,
He fathered a lot of children.
yeah, yes, he did.
Mhm.
He sure did. Just like Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
yes. Which you are.
I'm hitting the wrong key every
It's
time.
the music every time. So let's try it again. Sharon Osbourne's music mogul father, Don Arden, passed away in a Los Angeles nursing home at the age of 81. He was dubbed the Al Capone of pop for his uncompromising business practices. He steered Small Faces, Black Sabbath, and ELO to stardom. So,
Yes, he did.
yes,
Yeah,
he
that's
did.
why anybody who knows music like that,
Yeah.
that's pretty.
I didn't realize.
The
that was-
star-studded lineup.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if that was the whole reason that Black Sabbath shot to stardom in the first place.
Well, that's
Is
the
that
reason why Ozzy rose to stardom.
Yeah,
because
of Sharon.
It
So-
all makes so much sense now.
See?
They're all.
Pretty
Bringing it-
much.
bringing it
that's
together.
right. Shut up.
Mm-mm-mm.
And then now that concludes the Jordy Files.
Jordy Files!
Thank you. Short but sweet.